Tales from the Milkwood Lounge presents Torrential Trauma, a GURPS horror actual play podcast, starring Ethan as a professional gambler, Carlo Grimaldi.
Look, hey, I'll tell you what, Peaches, something like this would take time. And this doesn't look like any sort of gator thing. This is something else.
Eric as Baltimore police detective, Sam Winters.
Nobody leaves this room. Do you understand that?
Josh as Wandering Holy Man, Adam Roman.
This is what the darkness looks like. This is what it does to our humanity.
Gabriel as U.S. Army helicopter mechanic, Sergeant Peaches.
I believe him. As crazy as that sounds, I believe him.
And lastly, me, your host and GM, Brett Calhoun. Please note that this podcast will contain mature themes and language, which may not be suitable for a younger audience. Enjoy. So you and Jim kind of step out into the rain, and you see there's some debris and such floating around in the water, and this water looks, to you, it looks fairly deep.
Yeah, I can, let me roll. I see where you're going. Let me roll self-control.
Well, I rolled for you on this one, and
never mind.
you've succeeded. So you're fine for now. I mean, your car's pretty close by, and Jim says, "Well, I'm right behind you."
Yeah. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna grab my toolkit as well. So I'll grab the flashlight, the toolkit. Yeah, that's all. And I already have the handcuffs. That's all I'll grab.
Okay.
And
Right,
then
so
once I have my flashlight, I'll help Jim get the stuff out of his car.
All right. Well, so it's interesting that as you're saying that. So as you're getting stuff out of your vehicle, and the water is up to your waist. Jim says, hold on there, son. Look at that. And he points at a kind of just a bunch of debris that's floating around in the middle of the parking lot. Oh shit! We need to get inside now.
Yes, Jim, but we need this flashlight and I need my tools. Let's grab this and then let's get inside, okay, buddy?
Yeah, we do, but and he gestures. That debris that's floating closer and closer is not debris. That is an alligator, the size, roughly half the size of your Bronco.
I bail. I bail, and I'm gonna run like a fucking idiot inside.
Okay. So he's waiting right after you. Jim is, that is. And he's like, "Hold on, don't leave me behind." And
Keep up, Jim.
Give me a running roll.
Okay.
Privet eaten by an alligator in the first 45 minutes.
That would be very, very funny.
So Jim, with surprising swiftness, he bolts up those steps and stuff like it's nobody's business. However, you're struggling to get through this water, and it's as you literally are getting on land that you literally hear the gator hissing right behind you, and in fact it actually kind of lunges out of the water to snap at you at the end. I'm gonna need a dodge roll from you, or dodge and retreat.
We'll do dodge and retreat.
It would be so funny if you just die, Harry.
That would be so Privet.
It would be very privet, yeah.
That's not fair. I fail.
All right.
No, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure the alligator will just let go once he's latched onto you. That's what they're known for.
They call it a light rattle, right?
Maybe the alligator has weak bite. I mean, who's to say?
It does not. It does not. It gets you in the left leg.
Okay.
for 5 crushing damage.
That's a
Oh
lot.
my god.
And it
If
sinks
you
in.
have 10 hit points or more, it's not a major wound, technically.
I have more than 10.
Okay.
And so it grapples you as well with that bite. Because, yes, like Ethan predicted, it does not let go when it bites.
I would like to
To leave.
to leave. Like to not be bitten by an alligator. Do I have
It is
fast?
your turn right now, so.
Yeah, yep. I don't have
Yeah,
fast
the
draw.
world is your oyster.
I'm gonna draw my fucking Colt.
Okay. Jim, who sees what's going on, is going to rush to your aid, and he's going to run over and he's going to attempt to kick the thing. Oh, actually, no. Even better. He has a large knife, and he succeeds at hitting it. So he slashes out at it, and he kind of nicks at its mouth, and it jerks away, releasing your leg, and it quickly dives back under the water. Give me a perception check. I'm going to do a perception check for you, actually. You can see that it is quickly swimming away. However, after a few moments, it's become essentially invisible back under the water.
Okay.
You all right, son? And Jim is kind of picking you up. I know you didn't fall down necessarily, but he's like helping you steady yourself.
Yeah. That hurt like a son of a bitch. I would like to go talk to the nurse.
That thing nearly tore your leg off.
I was there, Jim. I was there. Let's get me inside.
All right. We need to get this man a doctor. He shouts as soon as you guys enter the entrance, and the nurse sees it, and you hear some gasps from some of the other people in the waiting room, and the nurse quickly runs over to try and treat your wounds. All right, so we go to the others. So Roman, you're in the exam room right now, scrounging around. You have found a small a medical kit that you can use for first aid.
Right.
That'll give you a +1 when you use it.
Cool.
And Carlo and Winners, you guys get to the break room and you find the door closed. On the front of the door, you see a rather crude staff complaint that's been like pasted via tape and stuff onto it. It's an angrily written note saying, "To whomever the jackass is that keeps blazing up in the break room, please stop what you're doing. First and foremost, what kind of sick animal works at a hospital and gets high while on the job? Secondly, maybe you haven't noticed, but there's no fucking ventilation in here. Hotbox on your own time, please."
Detective Winters shakes his head and swipes the keycard.
Okay. And the door opens with ease.
All right. I head in.
Okay.
Presumably
Yep,
with Carlo
I
behind me.
follow. Yep, I follow soon after. Yep.
All right. Give me some scrounging rolls at a +2, each of you. Okay. We have some substantial successes from Sam.
That's right.
I gotta be honest. Carlo's looking for food.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Let me roll gluttony first.
Okay. I was about to roll that for you.
No. Hold on. Let's see here.
Carlo Grimaldi, more like Carlo,
Yes.
gimme all the Oreos. You know?
That's right. Yeah. All right.
So yes, there's a
Carlo
decent amount of
fails.
snack food and junk food around here. This is a very nice break room. Like there's in the fridge. There's some people have clearly left some food left over and such that could easily be eaten in Tupperware. And also there's a couple of vending machines actually.
All right. Carlo will make his way to the snacks and vending machines and say, "We might need this for later." And he'll start eating. He'll start making 2 piles.
One for him and one for everybody else, and they're equal in height.
That's right. And also, he's eating his pile right now.
Right. That's right. Fair enough.
Take I am going to award a lounge token to you, as well as Gabe. I'm going to give one to you as well. This is just
What can we use
reminder.
these for?
Yes,
Okay.
that's a great question to ask, and I'll explain that right now. Lounge tokens are what they are is you can have 5 of them, up to 5, and they provide a point-for-point corrective measure, essentially for failed skill checks. You can use them for any type of skill roll or roll in general. However, it must be your roll for it. And essentially, you can apply them, and once you apply them, they're gone. So, for example,
so they allow a reroll or what?
No, not a reroll. They offset your roll. So, for
A
example,
modification to a roll that already happened.
Yes. So for gluttony, you could spend a lounge token to make that 13 a 12, so that it would become a success.
Because I feel like the failed gluttony roll is how I got here in the first place.
Yeah, if anything, he actually uses it to bring it to a 14, fail by 2.
That's right. That's correct. I want to fail by more.
To be clear, you cannot share them with others, so you can't spend you can't give your coins to Gabe.
I mean,
as well
gluttony
as,
is about not sharing anyway. So.
Yes, exactly. But all right, yeah. So you do that. But Detective Winters, is you actually search around. You find a sizable amount of stuff. You find you do find a pill pack of painkillers and the like. It definitely won't be enough to treat the man that Dr. Blum and Dr. Strong are treating. They did give you a list, by the way, just like a handwritten list. I'm not gonna look up specifics, but
yeah,
it's easy enough for you to figure out. Additionally, you do find 2 regular flashlights.
All right, I'll hand one to Carlo.
You also make note that there is a fire extinguisher in here should you need it.
Good find, detective.
Okay. And I will say, do not lose this, Carlo.
Hey, I've got my mother's sharp eyes. I would never.
Sam Winters will light up a cigarette and start smoking.
Oh, cool. Carlo, seeing as he's already eaten a couple packs of Grandma's cookies, will bring out a cigar and waggle his eyebrows at the detective.
Okay, well, Detective Winters will roll his eyes at Carlo, put his cigarette out in the sink, and leave the room.
God damn it!
Adam,
going?
Adam,
we in here. Come on.
Adam, you're coming back to the break room, and just as the complaint mentioned, there's no ventilation in the room, and so you just see like a thin trail of smoke, kind of just billowing out of the room.
I thought we were gonna be, planning and like relaxing for a second.
I sort of wave away the smoke and try and walk into the room and see if it leads anywhere in particular. The smoke trail as it leaves the room.
Well, you do see like outside the room, you do see several like ventilation systems and stuff like around the ceiling, to which then you see the smoke go into those.
Roman, find anything?
Yes, yeah. I hand over the medical kit to the detective. This could be useful.
Hang on to it, but I agree.
Detective Winters, as you're conversing with Roman and you're looking around, kind of in this main nurse station area, you do see that a sign over at the lab area that also indicates records and such.
Okie dokie. Do we still have power, or are we in total darkness?
No, you guys have power.
Okay.
You guys aren't in darkness. However, the lights are dimmed. They seem to be like barely struggling to stay on.
Carlo, Roman.
Yeah. What is it, boss?
Come with me for a second. And we're gonna head into where you said the records were, Brett. The lab.
Over by the lab.
What should I do with all the supplies? Maybe leave them here.
Leave them there for now.
All right.
And I will say, it's around as you guys are entering the lab that you hear through the open door to the waiting room, Jim's announcement that this man needs immediate medical attention.
Roman, do you want to go see what that's about and let me know?
Okay, I'll be back. And I start making my way toward the front entrance.
Yeah, so you get in and you see Nurse Alvarez is doing her best to treat Sergeant Peach's wound. However, she is clearly overwhelmed and doesn't know what she's doing.
Yep, that makes sense to me. Can I make a leadership role to try and calm down the situation and make sure and kind of get everyone aligned on what we're trying to do?
That's certainly a thing you could do. You could try and just take the medical kit away from her and treat him yourself. But either option is available.
You could just take all the medical kits you see and become the king of the medical kits.
No, I'm not here to haul medical kits. Okay, so what I'll say is, okay, we need medical assistance now, and I'll raise my voice. Anybody who can help in a medical situation, get your ass to the front door right fucking now, please.
All right, give me a leadership roll.
I'll take a failure. Wow, and -3. Nice.
Okay. So you kind of bark that out, and unfortunately, all that you get out of it is this scrawny guy here goes further away into the kids' area and hides.
Then I'll kneel down and let's see what we're looking. What are we dealing with here?
I need a health roll from you, Gabe. Okay, so you haven't taken any damage from bleeding yet. They're going to attempt to treat again.
So can I first aid? Is that okay?
Yeah. Give me a first aid, and you'll have a +3 because you have a nurse who's supposedly supposed to be a professional.
And that's with the first aid kit as well.
Yeah, that's also including that bonus too.
Success.
So this is modern day. So give me a straight 1d6. That would be I'll actually, Gabe, can you do that since it's your character?
I can give you a 1d6.
He can give you a 1.
No,
Let's see the roll.
stuck a dick.
Okay.
All right.
So you recover
enough.
well. However, this will take time to do all the bandaging and stuff. So meanwhile, Detective Winters and Carlo, you guys are in the lab doing whatever it is that you're doing.
There is one thing I will say to Peaches. I am already enjoying your heroism.
Yeah, Peaches. So Peaches, what do you have to say to that?
The look that he has in his portrait right now.
Peaches does not enjoy that phrase. Thanks, man. Just trying to help.
This is how we are going to win.
Like looking around for anybody. Like, is everybody else noticing this fucking weird guy?
Oh, there's no players around to help you.
Well,
Only NPCs.
So Jim's like, "Are you off your rocker, son?" And he helps Peaches up.
Oh, I'm absolutely administering the first aid at the same time, right? So I'm intimately.
Well, this is
yeah.
This is his manner.
Right. The bedside manner is saying weird shit.
So when you finish, though, Adam, you're about to say something. The voices in your head become quite loud, and they begin to really flood your senses, and you're struggling. Like physically, people can see that, like you're like putting your hands on your head because it's causing actual pain, and all you can hear is that man's voice just saying over and over again, "It's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here."
I look Peaches in the eyes and I tell him, "It's here, Peaches. It's here."
I'm gonna do some fright
Assuming
checks.
that I am
Yeah, give me a
capable of-
fright check, Peaches, for his very creepy behavior.
Yeah, I'm not loving not loving it.
Right. The nurse is a bit in shock and kind of like just has her mouth open. And Jim's like, "You straight up freak, aren't you?"
He does not seem well. Thanks for the help with the leg, but I think we should all move this along to where the rest of everybody else is at. I've still got to try and fix a breaker box.
That makes a lot of sense. The detective is waiting for us in the lab. Let's go check in.
Why is he in the lab? The nurse says.
We found something. It's okay.
She follows. And Peaches, are you following as well?
I'm gonna grab the nurse by the arm, kind of pull us back a second.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
You're the most beautiful creature I've ever seen.
And I don't see a wedding ring.
beautiful. Now, I'm just gonna kind of look at her as if asking a question, and I'm gonna pull out my pack of cigarettes and shake them at her. I'll offer her one first, And I'm just gonna see if she's gonna let me smoke in the hospital.
All right. Give me a diplomacy roll.
Fucking. Remember that I'm giving her the pouty puppy eyes.
This is a useless gesture. We've already fogged up the break room.
That's correct. With billowy cigar smoke.
With that, she kind of like looks around. You can see the look of temptation in her eyes. She's, I can't. But
Do yourself.
she walks away.
All right. I'm
After
gonna
the others, mind you. But
I'll follow along. I didn't successfully nab my flashlight, did I?
I don't
No,
think you
you-
nabbed anything.
you did. You succeeded in getting
Okay.
your stuff. Yeah, it was like
Okay.
as you were finishing, Jim was trying to warn you that like there's something in the water that's coming
Right.
to murder us.
All right. Well then, I will just carry my toolbox, cigarette in the other hand, and I will join the rest of the party in the lab.
Okay.
Is
Oh.
it conceivable, Brett, that Carlo and I had a few minutes in here while they were doing first aid?
You did. I was about to say we're about to like rewind by a few
Okay,
minutes.
So what's in here? What are you looking for?
Carlo, I have a quick question for you. Does the name Miguel Alvarado mean anything to you?
It doesn't to me. Should it at all, Brett, or no?
No, you've never heard of this name before.
Can I make a body language check to see if he's being honest in saying
Absolutely.
Sounds like he might be. Sounds like he might be Spanish or Cuban or something. No, I've never heard of him.
He appears very befuddled.
that? Okay. We only have a few minutes in here, I suspect, before they come and interrupt us. The real reason I'm here is, well, he's part of a case I'm investigating. And he was treated at this hospital recently. So why don't you help me look through these records real quick and see if we can't find a trace of him?
What'd this guy do? It says Carlo as he opens a file cabinet and begins to start looking.
He might have killed my partner.
Shit. Very serious. Very serious.
Yes. And Sam will start looking for any evidence regarding the I guess the payments he made to the hospital here, or any treatment he may have received.
Yeah. So I think this would be a speed reading or a research roll.
Okay.
And if whichever one you guys have. If you have neither, you can
speed
default
reading or
research.
How
Would
about,
you accept some kind of modified search?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll take search. Probably, I'll say at a -2 because it's involving records and such.
Sure.
What about the game of football? Is that relevant at all in this? All right, I'll just roll IQ is what I think I'll do.
Wow. So yeah.
Keep in
Sam,
mind, I mean, there should probably be some sort of negative on mine. It's
absolutely.
not any skill. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam, you're pouring through the filing cabinets and stuff as quickly as you can, knowing that time is limited, and you're kind of getting frustrated. Like that temper that your captain is notorious for bringing up. It's rising quite quickly. However, just as you're about to probably lash out, you hear from the other side of the little records area, Carlo make like a revelatory "ha-ha" as he pulls except more Italian, and pulls a file out. But as he does
hold on.
that,
Did I just succeeded?
Yes. Yeah. But
okay.
Mind you,
sorry, I just wrote a description about how I'm failing. But okay.
well, just to be clear, this is as Adam and Nurse Alvarez walks in.
Hey, look at this.
What are you doing in here? What's going on in here? The nurse says.
What's going on out there? Is that man okay?
Well,
Yeah, we were able to really stabilize his condition.
We were able to find 2 flashlights. Any others around here? In the nurse's station or the lab?
No, but I don't know why you're here. There's nothing of
Hey,
value in
look,
here. You
we
should
know
be going through
we
people's
know
records.
the name of this guy, Dennis Krill. He might have medical records. He might have a photograph of some kind. We're trying to see what it is.
Well,
All
is
right,
that?
I'm fast talking, obviously, right
Yeah,
now.
give me a fast talk roll. Yeah, thank you for that. Now you do have a lounge token. You also have your lighter. So just keep that.
So let's see. Does the lighter do complete rerolls? Should I just
Yes.
go down the? That seems like a bad idea. I don't know. I don't. As a player, this is not something that should be used.
Also, yeah, he's not fast talking, he's fat talking.
Burn him.
Should I use my? I don't know. I mean, this is like an opposed thing. I don't know if I should even necessarily use a lounge token here or not. It might not even matter. A failure by 1 might be superior to whatever she rolls as will, right? Or do I have to actually succeed? I don't think I do.
No, I mean it is an opposed roll, I believe. Yeah, for fast talk.
So, yeah,
Okay, you're gonna go with it.
I'll just leave it with that. Yeah.
Okay. She says, "Well, if you're looking for Dennis Krill, why does that folder have someone else's name on it?" She says, gesturing at the one that you were waving around celebratory just a second ago.
Wait, this doesn't say Krill. What does it say?
Let me see
peer
that.
at it. Okay.
She goes and takes it, or she will attempt to take it from you.
All right, Sam will interrupt here. Listen up. There's too much going on right now for us to be bickering about records. Nurse, get out there and see to the injured men. We'll follow you out there. It's time to get over to the other wing. And I'm trying to use an intimidation roll to get this to move along in the right direction.
Okay, you're going to be at a -1 here, just because she's already getting pretty persistent about getting that.
Also, Brett, I know a lot is happening in a small amount of time, but in like direct at the same time that he's doing his intimidation attempts, Carlo will be doing a kind of a sex appeal role of she's this guy, right? Like, but you and me, we're normal people. We can get along.
We're just normal men.
And there's like a connection between us. All right, that's a failure by 1.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of bark at her, Sam, and she pays no mind to Carlo. And
that's best.
Peaches, you'll have arrived by now at this point as well. But she says, "All right, fine, but we really need you guys to get working on that."
We'll be getting to work right away. Have we found everything we need here, detective, gentlemen?
Let's get moving.
I do want to point out to both Carlo and Sam, based off your perception checks, you see massive bandaging on his left leg. A lot of bandages.
I'll be asking about that later, but there's a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Am I to understand then that through this conversation, I'm still holding on to the folder, which I think is important, right? Because we kind of distracted her from it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like essentially, he barked at her, and she got like intimidated and kind of like backed off a bit. Right. It seems like she's just kind of
and also was also a little bit attracted towards Carlo, right?
No,
those were the 2 main emotions she seemed to be feeling.
Did not happen.
Fear and a little bit of
light arousal.
Well, I will just kind of brush my way past her then, still holding the folder, kind of surreptitiously, and kind of await everyone else out in the hall here.
As you're walking past, I'll say, I recommend we take the rear exit.
I would recommend that we not exit the building.
We gotta get to the trauma center.
Is the nurse still around?
Looks like she just left. I will double check the folder then. Excellent. I mean, is this folder important? I'll just give it to Sam.
Well, hold on a second, because you do have the empathy advantage.
I do.
I'm making.
I've been waiting to use it for I don't know who I would use it on right now.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, yeah, you don't have any extra information that I can give you on Sam that you don't already know.
Yeah, I mean, he has given the rationales for why he's doing it. Yeah, I'm not really prying at this point. But wait, something about this folder. Did I see the name Alvarado on here?
Yes, you did. Yeah, that's how you
Okay.
found it.
All right, super. All right, well, I'll go ahead and say, hey, this I believe is what you're looking for, detective.
Sam will take a look at the document.
Okay.
And
Is it-
as
Oh yeah.
as
go
he's looking at it, I think I will try empathy at that point, just to see like what his reaction is, kind of.
So empathy
get his
gives
vibe.
you. So it gives you bonuses on certain checks, but it's also meant for when you meet somebody, or if you're just wanting to study somebody, you can get a general feel for like what they're all about and stuff. It essentially gives you like an idea of what they are or what they're thinking or whatever.
Right. All right. So put it this way: I didn't really want to do empathy on everyone as soon as I
Yeah.
actually met them. I don't know. I just felt like maybe this would be kind of a breakthrough moment. Would elicit it in kind of a vague way. I don't know.
So based off the role that I gave, unfortunately, you don't get any new
All right.
information.
Fair enough.
For you, Sam, you look at the medical records. You see it's an X-ray. It appears that Miguel Alvarado he fractured his collarbone in a traffic accident on the way to Montgomery in a silver Lexus he was going to, and there were lots of notes about seemingly cosmetic scarring all over his torso. It looked as though there was like grotesque artwork had been carved onto the flesh of his chest. And
Are there
he
pictures
also
or just descriptions?
just descriptions. There aren't pictures of his chest,
Does
unfortunately.
it say the license plate number of the car?
It does not, unfortunately.
Okay.
But it does give that he was going to Montgomery, and in fact, he was in a hurry because he didn't return for his follow-up appointment. Also, they did mention that he had traces of cocaine and THC in his system.
How long ago was this?
This was only a few days ago.
And when was his follow-up appointment that he missed?
It was supposed to be yesterday.
Okay. All right. Sam will nod and stash this away into his jacket. This is great.
Carlo will nod. No problem.
We will need to be careful if we need to leave the hospital. There is currently an alligator in the parking lot.
Holy shit! Did a gator grab you? Is that why your legs all bandaged up?
Yeah.
How are you alive?
Jim took out a knife and cut the thing.
This is what we get for coming out to the sticks.
Ethan, you're still walking around? The ball's on you, pal. Is that why they call you Peaches?
They call me Peaches because my last name is Peach.
He's a hero, Carlo. He's a real hero.
Also,
Okay. Cool. All right. Good to know, Adam. Thank you for your input. Yeah.
I am. Adam helped patch up my leg, but he has been saying some odd things. I believe somebody should keep an eye on him.
We should all be keeping an eye on each other, friends.
This is what I mean.
Hey, no, I mean that. Look, we're all in this together, right?
Yeah, we got to get to the trauma center. The rear of this place is the best way to go, through the gazebo.
I was told there were flashlights at the nurse's desk. Did the two of you grab either of those? That would be Roman or Peaches.
Yeah, I already got one.
I'll produce my own flashlight. No, but
Yeah, I would
did
say
grab
everyone has
one.
a flashlight at this point.
Hey, if not, I got a lighter.
Hopefully it won't come to that. All right, why don't we head to the gazebo? What is it?
It's the umbilical.
Let's do it.
Hey, do you know where this is, Adam? Have you been around here before?
No. Not here. Physically, no.
Okay.
Physically with this guy.
Good answer. All right. Are we ready to go? Because I'm not going alone up with him.
Carlo, can you help me carry my tools?
Your tools. I look at what he's pointing at.
I have a like a bag of it's just the tool kit from my car, but it's just a bag of tools.
Hey, no, it's fine. Sure. Provided we're not going too far, of course. Got a bad back and all.
I appreciate you. Once you take the bag from me, I'm going to draw my
Yeah.
handgun.
Whoa.
Not
Listen,
at you. I'm just
Peaches, I don't
drawing
think
it.
I don't think it's come to that yet. Why don't you keep that away?
I'm worried that wherever we're going might not be safe, Detective. I'd like at least one of us to have a firearm ready.
We're going to a place with civilians, Peaches. All right? There's people over there need treatment. Let's not spook them by showing up with an alligator bite, a crazed look in our eye, and a drawn handgun.
As you say, Detective, I'll put it back away.
Well, I guess that means that you carry your tools then.
I'll shrug and take the tools back.
All right, let's go.
All right. Sam will start heading towards the access place.
I really
Okay.
like this party. This party sucks.
All right, you guys make your way through the other hallway to the access way. Getting there, you guys will just have a small mental note that you do see a sign for roof access. There's a hatch that leads upwards. However, you do note that it does seem to require a key to open the hatch that goes up to the roof.
Let's see. I've got forced entry. Can I use that to maybe just see? I presume there's like a kind of a hatch at the top in the ceiling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I use forced entry just to maybe like a perception based one to see how easy it would be to just bust that open with
Yeah, sure. Give me a
let's
forced
just say
entry
like a
based off
blackjack for something.
base it off at perception.
Okay.
Give me forced entry.
Oh, I thought my forced entry was higher than it is. Still,
Okay.
success by 1.
Your blackjack probably wouldn't be able to whack it open, but you imagine maybe with some of those tools that Sergeant Peaches has, you'd be able to
Not allowed to
wedge
touch
something in there and pop it open.
You can't have any tools. You already that ship has sailed.
Don't get nasty about the tools.
No,
now that
no,
you can't just walk
no.
into the gazebo wearing a gun.
Nope. Get out of here, bad back.
Hey, Peaches. Think any of those tools could open up that roof access?
Do you think we need to get up there?
Hey, I'm just thinking about it. Hey, if it gets worse, Right now, my Thunderbird is probably half flooded right now.
Definitely flooded. The
I
water
hate
in
to have to evacuate everyone up there, but it's not a bad idea to have the option.
There's
The
something
doctor
to
said
keep
we
in
might
mind.
get flown out.
Yeah, and we'd have to go to the roof for that. Ain't any room in the parking lot.
Before we go bashing our way through, the doctor may have a key.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just thinking and looking, observing.
Sam will head into the path to the gazebo.
Okay.
and Sergeant Peaches will be right behind you.
All right.
As will Carlo, or Carlo will make sure that he's not the last one.
I'm happy to go last.
All right. I will say it is dead silent where you guys are at. I mean, all you can hear is the rain pounding against the windows. And you go through a pair of double doors that would require the key card access.
Okay.
And when you guys enter, you find yourself in a rather extravagant glass corridor. Looking to your left, you see a very dense swamp. This area here is quite steep, substantially so. If you were, I don't know, for any reason, you could drop something, it would fall probably about 5 feet or so into
Proper flooded by now at this point, though,
dense
right?
marsh. Yeah, well, this area would be. This marsh would be.
Mm-hmm.
But the umbilical seems relatively safe and secure. The water pounding up against it would almost be peaceful if it weren't for the current circumstances. And the same on the right side. I've crudely drawn a line here to just show kind of the way that this hill works. That there's a kind of a cut here that shows how it goes downhill quite quickly. But yeah, you guys enter the gazebo. The gazebo area here. There are some benches and such that are laid out. Some small tables. However, there's really nothing else of value there. Making her way further down, you start going downhill, and it is around as you guys kind of get to this like elbow here that that you guys can see signs of water that has seeped into the floor, and the water actually does go up to here inside. As you study that, a pair of double doors bang open. A man you haven't seen before emerges, and he's Indian. And his eyes are wide open, and he's opened the doors with both hands, and he's breathing heavily. He says, oh my god, you have to. And then suddenly something, like his eyes go to the back of his head, and he gets flung inside, and the doors slam shut. This has been Tales from the Milkwood Lounge, a GURPS Horror actual play podcast. Created and developed by me, your host, Brett Calhoun. Please remember to like and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and look forward to seeing you again soon.